Hey, Brandy here, the quilter on fire, and it's Tuesday. You know what that means? The podcast comes out every Tuesday, but maybe you don't know what that means for YouTube. Today is Tuesday Textile Tips. Before we get started, you can find these tips on the Quilter on Fire YouTube channel. It's the playlist Textile Art Tips. So go subscribe and click that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. So today I'm pulling something out of my stash that I have had forever and I have barely ever used. It's called Pentel Arts Fabric Fun Pastel Die Sticks. We're going to try 5 different techniques and have a lot of fun. So you have to prepare your fabric. So you want to pre-wash your fabric to remove the starch or sizing, stretch and pin the fabric to a piece of cardboard. I've got a nice soft surface here. It's pretty firm still, so I can use it, and I'm going to be pressing a lot, so I want to keep it on here. You could also do it on a surface like this that's nice and hard, and just be sure to tape it down. So first things first, I'm going to take just a piece of fabric and I'm going to press it out. These are old scraps that I had. Some of them have bits of stains on them. In fact, the one on the bottom is the most stained, so I'm going to use that as a pressing cloth, so I'll set that aside. So we're going to take our first fabric and tape it down. So let's get started with the first technique. I could do a little sketch with pencil here if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go straight in with a color. So I'm going to pick a red because I'm going to start with hearts. Maybe I'll do red and pink, and I'm just going to draw directly on the fabric. So I'll do 2 nice hearts, and I'm going to overlap them maybe. I'm going to color it in. And then I'll do the second one in pink, perhaps. It's not too different of a color. I mean, it's as simple as coloring with crayons, really. So simple as that. Again, I'll just make sure that red is a little bit stronger than the pink. Just get all those areas filled in, and then when you're done, if you have any lumpy pieces, you want to just get rid of those. All you do simply is take your pressing cloth and press. So the pressing is what heat sets it. So once you're satisfied with your design, you take a clean sheet of paper or a pressing cloth of any kind, and you press it with a hot, dry iron, no steam, to fix the die permanently. Remember, these are pastel die sticks, not actually crayons. There you go. I didn't even really get much on here, but it's nice, pressed, ready to go. And you can see that the difference is a little bit more pink and red once you have it pressed. The second technique I'm going to show you is using a tape resist. So you can see I have 3 pieces of tape here on the side. You can use masking tape or painter's tape. I'm simply going to cut these tape lines with my rotary cutter in a little bit of a wave. So you can see I'm doing all 3 of them in the same way. Okay, so I'll put the first row down. You can see I'm actually going to put a straight line against the hearts and the wave here on this side. And then I'm going to take the other piece and I'm going to go on the other side of the hearts. I'll try to make it parallel with that line. Okay, and then I'll take some more, put a thicker line here, and you can make it kind of fun. Thinner line here, and I've got 2 more, a little one here. You can see how fun this can be. You can put the straight line there, or you can make it curved. Let's do a little curve there. Okay, so now you can go in with another color and you can paint between the lines. It provides a nice resist for you. Okay, so now all you do is remove that tape, Have some fun getting that off of there and revealing your design. Set that aside, and you're going to put your cover again over, and you're going to press to set that. Now we're going to go in with one more thing. Here's another idea. You can take a permanent pen and you can add outlines to it. If you feel like it's kind of, you know, not really that, it just looks like crayon and you want it to be, you can use a thin line like this and have some fun with it and just do little bits of outlines, you know, outlining your design. Or you can go in like I'm going to do it with a thick one today just to show you a little bit more easily. You can go in there with permanent marker just to sort of make it a little bit more solid. There you go. The next technique we're going to try is a rubbing. So let's get the tape off of this and reveal this design. So you can see it's kind of fresh and nice. Could go into a fun little project. So let's set that one aside and let's try a rubbing. So let's get a fresh piece of fabric, press it. Now this will be a little more interesting. You could use a flat rubbing plate, you could use a leaf, you could use some lace. There's all kinds of things you could use for a rubbing, but I have this really cool stamp that I want to try, and it's a little bit raised, you can see that. So it might be a little bit harder for me to tape it down, but I'm going to try. Here we go. I'm going to pull this as taut as I can over the stencil. Just going to give it a try. And I think I'll put the stencil on an angle. There we go. And I'll tape this down. One more piece up here. There, so we have it under there nice and tight. Now I'm going to try two greens on here. So I'm going to do one side in one green. And I'm kind of using the side of it instead of the front of it. And I'm going over the edge. That's turning out kind of cool. Okay, we've got half done. I'm going to switch over to the other green, just so I sort of have a two-tone leaf. Try not to go off the edges too much. It's kind of working really well because the fabric is angled down. So it's kind of like a dry rub. There. Not bad at all. Take the tape off and we're going to press it. And you can use this stencil again and again. There you go. So we've got a couple different designs under our belt. Let's try something else. The last thing I'm going to show you is a fabric resist using tape. So let's grab a fresh square. This is my cover. Grab a fresh square and we will press it so it's nice and smooth. It's clean and pressed. And I'm going to show you how to make a little resist like this little diamond. So I'm going to show you how to make this tape resist. So look over here on my cutting mat. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of tape. you can see that I've overlapped them. So I could cut it into a diamond with a hole in it and peel it off. This one I'm actually just going to cut into 2 more diamonds so that I've got some more diamonds to go on here with my cutout diamond. So I'll put this one here maybe, and this other one. And I'm trying not to mess up the edge too much. I want it to have a nice point. So I'm going to make it go off like that. So now I have 3 diamonds and one has a hole in it. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to set these designs aside, and I will pick a couple of blues and maybe a gray. And I am going to tape this down. So let's get that done so that it's a little more secure. Okay, now you can fill this all in, or what I wanted to try now is I wanted to go off the edge and just radiate off the edges, kind of fade into the middle. So you can see that I'm not actually going into the middle. I'm just kind of fading off the edge, and it's kind of a cool effect. And I'm going to do the same thing off the edges. So you can use tape or freezer paper or any kind of resist. You can even use a wax resist or some kind of glue resist that's you can wash out later, and you can use that as a resist as well. But right now I'm having some fun making some diamonds, and we'll peel that off after we press it. So I'm really just using them as a resist and radiating out. It's kind of a cool effect. So I'm actually going to go in and put another, all this little leftover, I'm going to put one up here. And I might put this one over there as well, just to add a little bit more design to this cool thing. Okay, and I want to use some different colors. So I'm going to use the gray. And if you're finding it's too sharp, still just use the top a little bit more till it gets softer. So I've got a gray one. I might do 2 gray ones. Kind of cool effect. And then I'll use this last blue one. It's similar to the blue one on the left, I guess. Maybe it's exactly the same one. Let's try this one. They're pretty similar. Yeah, this one's lighter. Fun. So I want to make sure I've got it all the way around. Great. So that is a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is cover it up, and we're going to see the reveal right away after I've pressed it. Okay, so I've thoroughly pressed this. Now we're going to do the reveal. What a cool effect. And there you have it. That is a really cool way to use these products. So as a quick little recap, we drew directly on the fabric for the hearts. We also did a tape resist with curved tape on the orange lines. We also did a black outline if you want to have more detail in your design, and you can use a much thinner marker. You could use a fabric pen, a paint pen. I used actually a Sharpie just so you could really see it. We also did a really fun rubbing on a stamp. And then we used tape as a resist again, but instead of going inside the tape like we did here in between, we actually went off the edges of the tape, fanning out. So we've had a lot of fun with Fabric Fun Pastel die sticks today. I hope you enjoyed it. So Boom! That was my textile art tip for today. These small squares of fabric with colorful designs can be used in all kinds of projects, and these pastel dye sticks had me inspired to make new fabric of my own. It's a simple technique and I hope you'll try it. While you're here with me, please subscribe. I'd be so grateful, and leave me a comment right now. Are you going to try this? Let me know how it goes, or tell me which textile art technique that you want me to show you next. I'll give it a whirl and see how it goes. Get busy in your studio with the quilter on fire. See you next time for more creative fire.